guys, it's Christina from Redefine Creative, and I am here with a huge stash kit share for you. So basically, if you haven't heard yet, or you haven't visited our Instagram or Facebook groups, Sarah Scraps and I are starting a huge 40-day spending freeze challenge. So from May 10th to June 20th, we have challenged each other to be on a complete spending freeze and to use what is in our stash. So we have each built a pretty big stash kit that we're going to use from. And you will be able to join our event on Facebook and follow along with us. We're gonna have process videos and tips and tricks, some organizational stuff, a craft room tour, all sorts of giveaways, random surprise challenges for each other throughout the entire 40 days. So this is absolutely something that is interactive to where you can come along and join us and decide that you're going to do this and build a kit from your stash and play along with our challenges. Or you can just sit back and kind of watch what we do. You will see a kit share at the beginning and then a kill the kit video at the end to see how we both did and how we worked with the challenges, what we accomplished. So today I'm just going to share with you what my kit is, and I started with an inspiration piece of this Chamel Little by Little die cut shape pack. So if you haven't seen it, these are all the shapes that come in it. I do have 2 of these, so if I want to pull some doubles or some extra pieces, I do have that. But this is basically where I took my inspiration from. And so the way that I started is basically I made a huge mess on my desk and I pulled out all of these pieces and just kind of looked at the color schemes. So what colors really spoke to me. So in the kit, you're going to see some of this bright blue, you're going to see some black and white, you're going to see a lot of this like mintish turquoise green color, some yellow. Just kind of looking through, picking that out. And then looking also at kind of the theme so that I'm not putting stuff that's cutesy with stuff that's vintage or anything like that. So this is going to be just a really fun spring kit. And so then what I also did is I went ahead and pulled out some pieces from a few other ephemera packs. So I have a few pieces that matched my color scheme, and these are from an older Amy Tan collection. And so I pulled out a few of those. And then I also pulled out a few of these, and these are from Paige Evans' newest collection. And these also kind of worked with the color scheme and some of the page ideas that were kind of rumbling around in my head already. So that is where the inspiration came from. I'm going to go ahead and show you real quickly through the papers that I decided to include. If I don't specify something and you want to know where it's from, please leave me a comment down below and let me know, hey, where's this or where's that, or I missed where this is from. These are just a bunch of the 8-inch doilies. These are from Spiegel Mom Scraps. They're one of my absolute favorite things to use right now. If you participate in the Favorite Things giveaway, you saw these there as well. So they definitely made it into the kit. I also pulled out some of this tissue paper that's just white with black polka dots. So I'm going to try and use that as well. And you're going to see kind of the color scheme goes with that really fun colors with also the black and white. So I went through my scrap bin and just pulled out random pieces of little scraps that I had left over that matched my color scheme. So that's where all of those came from. Oh, same thing. This one's also a scrap. And then I picked up these 11.5-inch doilies. And these actually came from the party supply section at Target. But I thought that this was a really neat idea. Kind of like using a cut file, but a little bit different. So I'm going to play around with this and see what I can do throughout this kit. And then very quickly I'm going to go through the papers so that I don't bore you to death. This one is from Family and Company. It's called Here With You. And then we have one, this one's from Illustrated Faith, You Are Loved. And this one's called Happy Heart. So you see I've got that black and white element going on. This is an older one from Webster's Pages, and it's called Daily Essentials Arrows. So it has that black and white, and then it also has that mintish turquoise color that I wanted to include. And I'll kind of spread these out a little bit so you can see them here all together, kind of what they look like here. I'm running out of room already. All right, this one is from Fine and Dandy by Dear Lizzie, and it's called Stripey Straws, and I thought both sides of that would be really fun. And this one went really well with it, which is from Fancy Pants Happy Place, and it's called All Positive. Look how cute. Oh, this would be perfect together. I can't wait. Okay, moving on. This pink ledger paper, really usable, is from Lovely Day, and it's called Darling Daisy. I didn't pick it for the daisy side. I definitely am taking it for this pink side. We have this nice mint color, and this does have some cut aparts that I can use. This is from Paige Evans Pink Paisley, and this is number 1 from her latest collection. And then we have, this was just a one-sided from a paper pad, but this is from Chamel's Little by Little. And I've used a few of the phrases, but I want to go ahead and use this to kind of be able to cut apart. Same thing, this is from Little by Little as well, and it's called What a Hoot. I want to use this adventure for sure, and I needed some more pops of red, because as you're going to see throughout this kit, kind of like in this paper, there's some little touches of red. So I did keep that in mind when I was building my kit, that I needed some touches of red throughout things. This adorable little wonky kind of pinkish heart, and this is also Little by Little, called Little Bit Lovely. And then I've pulled this black, a really fun confetti paper. This is from Amy Tan on a whim, and it is called Confetti. And I'm excited to kind of include that as an element with some of these other papers. This one's from Ellie Studios, and I love those little labels on the bottom. And this is from Live, Laugh, Love, and it's just their wood grain. This is also an older one from Echo Park, and it came from Creative Agenda, and it's just called Arrows. And either side will kind of go with that color scheme that I'm going with. This one is also from that same Creative Agenda collection from Echo Park, and it's called Blue Stripe. This one also came from Echo Park, but this time it's from Capture Life, and this one is called Memories, and this is some of that yellow. So I'm going back to that ephemera pack, and there's a bunch of yellow, so I need to make sure that I have some yellow here in my kit. Another really usable ledger paper, and this one is from Life is Beautiful, which is from Fancy Pants, and it's called Sweet Summer. And some of these I'm keeping in mind, you know, I have some that are going to be great to matte with, and I have some that are perfect for backgrounds. So like this is something I can definitely build off of, whereas this one is really, really busy for backgrounds. This is from Bella Boulevard Valentina collection, I believe. Yes, and it's called Cross My Heart. So hearts, and then this on and off black, thick and thin black stripe, which is what I pulled it for. And then I have this one called Dreamer from the Dear Lizzie Lovely Day. And either side of this would work with the color scheme that I have going on. This one is also from Pink Paisley, Paige Evans, and it's number 5. And then I've also pulled an entire stack of different colors of cardstock. So here you get a good idea of the color palette kind of in this kit. Because I have a ton of cardstock sitting around waiting to be used that is not being used. And so I have pulled it out and put it in this kit because I am determined that I'm going to get to use it. So here I'm flipping through just real quick showing you some of those patterns. And you can always go back and look and you'll see them throughout the month. But a really bright, fun kit. So I have my black and white elements. I have a few different ways that this kit can go as far as the feel of pages, which I really like. So when I build a kit, especially to last for 40 days like this, I need to have a variety. So I need to be able to pull out blue pages and make boy layouts. And I need to be able to pull pinks and make girl layouts. And then I need some that are brights with black and whites. So having a big enough kit and having some of this variety, everything goes together really well. But I can also pull out little subgroups of things to work with. So those are my papers. So we're going to start there. The other thing that I pulled that I do not always pull for a kit is this book. And this is the Creative Scrappers Creating with Sketches Volume 4. And this is just to help me with ideas when I'm stuck throughout the month. And perhaps something I can use to challenge Sarah at some point during the 40 days as well. So I am including this in my kit and making an effort to really go ahead and make sure that I use this. As far as tools go, I have pulled out a bunch of stamps and stencils. So that's one set of tools that I want to use. There's a roller stamp, and then I have also pulled out a couple of different punches that I want to make sure that I include as well. So very quickly, my ticket one, this is pretty new to me, one of my favorite things, also in the favorite things giveaway. So I definitely want to use this. And then I also have my tried and true go-to Stampin' Up! Notebook edging that I use all the time. So that's definitely in my kit. I've pulled a Maggie Holmes roller stamp that's just phrases, not dates. So just different phrases I can use. Some stencils. I believe these two are from Heidi Swapp. This one I think was from a hip kit. And then this is just a Hero Arts stencil pair. And I haven't pulled out all of my messy mixed media because I have a Rascog cart that sits right by my desk. And so I'm just going to pull those types of things as I need them. For stamps, I have pulled this Chamel stamp for some journaling boxes. So that should be really fun. I've also pulled a couple from Ellie's Studio. So a small alpha and then some dates with this date box down here at the bottom. So I don't have a date stamp in my roller stamp, but I do have it here. And then I've also pulled out two different Felicity Jane sets. And these are both just stamps that I felt like kind of went with the feel of what I was wanting to go for in this kit. So kind of funky and fun and that type of vibe. So those are the ones that I pulled out for that. I have also pulled a package of Dear Lizzie tags, and I'll just show you on the back here. And what I was looking for was my color scheme. So I have my mints and turquoises, I have my pinks, a little bit of yellow, and some of that bright blue. So this is a really versatile pack for me to choose from. I also went ahead and put a bunch of frames inside this kit. And there's that pop of red again. So these are just older ones that came out of my stash. And then all of these are from the Cocoa Vanilla Wild at Heart collection. And they just matched with kind of the colors and the themes I was going with. So I've pulled those out. I'm going to try and find something really cool to do with some frames. Not something I use all the time. I've also pulled a couple of packages of washi tape. So I have just a black and white polka dot and then a black and white stripe. And this one is from Bella Boulevard, Make Your Mark. So this is relatively new. And I am finding lately, I have hundreds of rolls of washi tape, but I am finding that I turn to the ones that are black and white the most often. So rather than pull a ton of different washi tape, I can always go back to my stash later. But for now, I'm just going to include those ones that I know are like my go-tos that I use all the time. All right, I have also pulled some wood veneer. So I have this set from Jelly Bean Soup that just has arrows and butterflies and flowers, some hearts, that type of thing. And then I also grabbed just a bunch of random little hearts and a couple of phrases that were, I have like a little bowl of wood veneer, and so I just pulled it out of there. So I have those goodies. All right, my big stuff. Oh my goodness, this is taking forever. We're gonna go quick. Okay, I have pulled the stickers from the Chamel Little by Little. I know this is gonna go with everything because this was where my inspiration piece came from. So I know that this is gonna match my color scheme. So that was an easy choice. I also pulled these You and Me thickers. These are from Amy Tan. Anytime I put a kit together, I usually include a lot of black and white in some of the details like this because I know in my head that my style is some bright color with some black and white. This one is called Wild, also an Amy Tan. And I love including white foam thickers because you can easily take markers and change their color, or any mixed media really. So same thoughts with this Amy Tan Alpha. This is the Calbarteschi, and I love this alphabet. And as you can see, I play around with the colors. You can definitely make these any color you want. So the white foam is a really good choice in your kit. I've also pulled these Starlight thickers, and I believe these went with a Pink Fresh collection. I'm not sure which one. If you know, leave a comment down below and tell me. I also have these gold thickers called Celebrate. These came in one of my recent hip kits, and I've used them on a layout or two, so I wanted to see if I could use those. And then I've pulled two black alphas. This one is from Studio Calico, and then this one is one of my absolute favorites from Amy Tan, and I think this one's called Calbarteschi actually. And so I've pulled that as well, and I think this one was thick and thin. So I think this is thick and thin, and this is Calbarteschi. Anyway, so we have all of those. And then we have 6x6 paper pads, which also always have to be part of my kit. And I've pulled 3 different ones to include. I'm not going to use all of these. I don't plan on using all of them. Some of the papers don't go with this kit in the theme hardly at all, like in this one, for example. These vintagey florals and things are not going to go with this kit. But there are some, like this, that are a little more subtle, that will be perfect with this kit. So rather than pull this paper pad apart, I'm just sticking the whole thing in here. So that's Pink Paisley C'est La Vie. I've also pulled Amy Tan Rise and Shine. This is the same color scheme that I'm going for, kind of that really fun spring feel. So we're going to include that. And then I have also included my Live, Laugh, Love from Ellie Studios. And this is the same thing. It's those really fun patterns, really great for spring. The colors match perfectly with my kit, so we're going to go with that. I pulled a bunch of Flair. So we have Wild at Heart from Cocoa Vanilla. And these went really well with all the different colors. I don't know how many I'll use, but I just threw them on in there. And then I also pulled out some other random Flair that I have sitting around, just with the right colors. And there's that pop of red again. All right, almost there, guys. Last thing is my little stack of embellishments that I need to go through with you really quickly. So as you can see, I have pulled pieces from a ton of different collections. These are both from Live, Laugh, Love. It's the journaling tags and the bits and pieces. So this is going to give me some layering pieces, some tags and things, labels, that type of thing. Some 3x4 and 4x6 cards, which I always like to have in my kit because it works perfect for layers. I have pulled 2 different sets of enamel dots, and what I looked for was not the collection, it was the colors. So these went really well with all of the colors that I have in this collection. And so when I'm looking for those, I'm pulling out that inspiration piece and going, okay, what packs do I have that are going to go with my inspiration piece? Because everything else is built around this pack. So I have the Live, Laugh, Love from Ellie Studios and the Summer Dreams from Echo Park. And I don't have anything else from this collection in this kit, but the colors are perfect. So it gets to be in the kit. Same thing, these acetate tags. These are from The Mix, which is a newer collection from Pink Fresh Studio. I loved that this had some of the pops of red. It also has some of the darker details. Not all of this is going to work. These really bright pinks, not in my kit, so they're just going to get skipped. But there is a lot in here that I can use. All right, puffy stickers. You guys know I love puffy stickers. So I have 3 different packs of them. Something I looked for when I was picking packs of puffy stickers to put inside my stash kit. I wanted puffy stickers that were going to be at all different sizes. So if you notice, I have the Chamel Little by Little, and these are tiny, all in the right colors. And then I have the Ellie Studios Live, Laugh, Love, and a lot of these are words, and they're bigger. So these are a bigger scale than the Chamel ones. And then I have the Pink Paisley Oh My Heart puffy stickers as well. And these are kind of in the middle. So I wouldn't consider them tiny like these because these are more small and boxy. They're not really big and bold like these. So these are really good middle range to kind of group everything together. And they all have that same color family going on. So that works really well for me. Same kind of rationale as I pulled out buttons and wood buttons. So I've got the Chamel that go with the Little by Little collection. So I know these are going to match really well. Then I have the tinier side with Take Me Away, the right colors, different scale. And then I have the Crepe Paper Oasis, and these are just, come on, they're so fun and so pretty. And they match my colors, and they're going to be awesome. All right, I also pulled these Puffy Hearts from Maggie Holmes. I don't know for sure that these are going to make it, but I had a little bit of gold in an alphabet and in a sticker sheet, and I didn't have a lot of gold anywhere else. So I felt like I needed a little bit of extra texture with gold, so that's where this came from. And then I have this older pack of Maggie Holmes puffy stickers and phrases that were just sitting around. So grabbed them. They go in the kit. And then I went ahead and pulled a bunch of things from Spiegel Mom Scraps because all of my pages now have to have sequins now that I've discovered these amazing mixes. So I have pulled the Cloudy Day Felties, which are just clouds, and they are amazing. They're my favorite Felties that they have in the store. And then I went ahead and pulled, to start with at least, 4 different sequin packs. So I have Be True to You, Gone with the Wind, My Clementine, and Summer Paradise. And that is just because these are my colors. These are the emphasis. That's all I look for when I pull out and pick my mixes of sequins, is the color combinations. So I have a little bit of that gold detailing. I've got my yellows. I've got my greens and blues. I got my little pop of red. Everybody's happy. The only other thing I need to add to this kit that I did not pull out is my Tim Holtz Chit Chat tiny phrase stickers, because if you know me, you know that those go on almost every single layout I make. And that's gonna do it. So this is my kit for the next 40 days for the Spending Freeze Challenge with Sarah Scraps. Do make sure you stop by her channel today and check out her kit. Make sure you are friends with us on Facebook so we can add you to our event so you do not miss anything that is happening or any chances to challenge us, win a giveaway, see what we're up to. I hope you enjoy what you see so far. Do make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!